Hello everyone, today we are going to start with a new chapter named Carbon and its Compound. It's the fourth chapter of your class 10 science NCRT. So let's just begin. The chapter starts with a question that what is carbon? As we all know, carbon is a non-metal whose atomic number is 6. What is atomic number? Atomic number is the number of protons in an atom which is equal to the number of electrons. That's why we say are atom neutral, because positive and negative charges cancel each other. The atomic mass of carbon is 12. What is atomic mass? Atomic mass is the number of neutrons plus number of protons. The electronic configuration of carbon is 2, 4. There is a statement given in your NCRTs that the amount of carbon present in Earth crust and in the atmosphere is quite meager. Quite meager means quite less. The percentage of carbon in Earth crust is 0.02%, which is present in the form of minerals like carbonates, hydrogen carbonates, and coal and petroleum. And the percentage of carbon in atmosphere is 0.03%, which is in the form of carbon dioxide, that is CO2. Carbon forms covalent bonds. In your previous chapter, you have learned ionic bonds. What are ionic bonds? Ionic bonds are the bonds that are formed due to the transfer of electrons from metal to non-metals, whereas covalent bonds are the bonds that are formed due to the sharing of electrons between non-metals. Ionic bonds have positive and negative charges, whereas covalent bond has no charge. Ionic bonds are the strongest type of chemical bond. Why they are strongest? Because they have positive and negative charge. They attract each other very forcefully. That's why they have the strongest type of chemical bond. Whereas covalent bonds are quite weak. Why is carbon so important? What is the importance of carbon in our life? Carbon is the most important element to living things because it can form many different kinds of bonds and form essential compounds. कार्बन एक ऐसा एलिमेंट है जो कि डिफरेंट एलिमेंट्स के साथ डिफरेंट कंपाउंड्स बनाता है एंड डिफरेंट कंपाउंड्स आर न्यूमरस. So this is the first importance of carbon. The second importance of carbon is that it is almost present in all material like food, clothes, medicines, books, etc. In addition, all living structures are carbon based. Example, we human beings are made up of carbon. How? As we all know, glucose is present in our body. What is the formula of glucose? C6H12O6. What is C6 in that? C6 is none other than carbon. It is carbon only. So, in addition, all living structures are carbon based. There's some properties of carbon compounds. So, just read it out. Most carbon compounds are poor conductors of electricity. They do not conduct electricity as they do not give rise to any ions. Covalent compounds have low melting and boiling point as they have weak intermolecular force. इसमें क्या कहा गया है कि जो हमारे कार्बन कंपाउंड्स होते हैं वो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंडक्ट नहीं करते हैं. वाई? बिकॉज उनके पास आयंस ही नहीं है. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कब कंडक्ट होती है? जब फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होते हैं. जब आयंस होते हैं जब भी तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंडक्ट होती है. पर हमारी कार्बन कंपाउंड्स के पास तो पॉजिटिव या नेगेटिव में से कोई भी नहीं है. तो हाउ इट विल कंडक्ट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी? सो इट विल नॉट कंडक्ट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. Other point is that covalent compounds have low boiling and melting point. Why? Because they have weak intermolecular force. How carbon attain noble gas configuration? We know that the reactivity of element is explained as their tendency to attain a completely filled outer shell, that is attain noble gas configuration. हम कब किसी एलिमेंट की रिएक्टिविटी जान पाते हैं? तभी तो जान पाते हैं जब हमें उसकी टेंडेंसी का पता चल जाता है कि वो अब आउटर शेल में या तो गेन करेगा इलेक्ट्रॉन्स या तो लूज करेगा। उसी से तो हम पता लगाते हैं कि इस मेटल या इस एलिमेंट की रिएक्टिविटी क्या होगी। सो in case of carbon, what happens that carbon is tetravalent. What is tetravalent? Tetravalent means 4 valency. Carbon is tetravalent. It does not form ionic bonds by either losing 4 electrons or gaining 4 electrons. It is difficult to hold 4 extra electrons and would require large amount of energy to remove 4 electrons. So carbon can form bond by sharing of its electron with the electrons of other carbon atom or with other element and attain noble gas configuration. So what they want to explain in this point is that कार्बन हमारा आयनिक बॉन्ड नहीं बना सकता है, ना तो वो लूज कर सकता है इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को, ना ही वो गेन कर सकता है इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को। ऐसा क्यों? अगर वो लूज कर देगा, लूज करेगा ही कैसे? पहली बात तो उसके पास इतनी एनर्जी ही नहीं है रिमूव करने के लिए। इट रिक्वायर्स lot of energy to remove 4 electrons. So first point is this. And why it cannot gain 4 electrons? Why? Because it is very difficult to hold 4 extra electrons. As we know, carbon have 6 protons, and if 4 electrons will be added to the carbon, then the electron number will get 10, right? 6 plus 4 is 10. So the 6 proton cannot hold 10 electrons. So that's why it cannot gain 4 electrons. So what is the case with carbon? It forms what? Covalent bond, as I have explained you. What is the second point? The atoms of other elements like hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, chlorine also form bonds by sharing of electrons. Third point, the bond formed by sharing of electrons between same or different atoms is covalent bond. So this much only for this video. In the next video, I will be explaining reason behind versatile nature of carbon, all types of bonds. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe the channel, press the bell icon and share it with your friends. Thank you.